I'm Brittany, this is Wei Ying, and welcome to Gaywatch, where we watch gay things. Today is the second part of Dramatical Murder. We are still meeting everybody, we're still getting used to the world, and we are just about to get to know this guy whose name I've already forgotten, but they'll remind me, I'm sure. Brandishing a megaphone, a man charges in with several police officers in tow.
うるさいのが来ちゃいましたね。
てめえらこんなとこで騒いでんじゃねえ。全員まとめて逮捕だ。
The match is over. Usui vanishes in a puff of smoke and the fighters and spectators scatter. The guy with the megaphone is Akishima, a hard-ass detective who's crooked as they come. He's jailed or beaten dozens of people on blatantly false charges. Oh, shit! They call him the Grim Reaper of the old residential district.
ここは退散ですね。青葉さんも早く。なあ。
バイバイ、青葉。
待てこの野郎。逃げんなこら。クソが逮捕じゃ。
Akishima looks like he's about to burst a blood vessel. I ignore him and take off running. Aoyagi Street is just ahead. Huh? As I round the corner, a motorcycle nearly runs me over. I stumble and fall backward. The bike pulls up a short distance away. I stare at the driver in a daze. He doesn't get off, but his eyes are focused on me. Something about those eyes sends a shiver down my spine. You might be gay if... The man speeds off without saying a word.
Oi!
I jump up, but he's already gone. Son of a bitch. He nearly ran me over and he didn't even apologize. I mean, near misses like that aren't unusual in this part of town, but it still pisses me off.
ああ、ギリギリセーフ。危なかったけど。
無事でよかった。
本当にな。
Friend's concern soothes my anger. I'm safe, that's what matters, right? I start back toward home. I enter my neighborhood and soon reach my house.
ただいま。
いい加減にせえよこのバカだぞ
A clap of thunder greets me the moment I open the door. I know from experience that the ringing won't go away anytime soon.
うるさ当たり前だようるさく聞こえるように怒鳴ってんだから
Granny is perched menacingly on the landing, fuming as she scowls at me. I've always wondered how such an old woman can make so much noise.
なんだよ、何怒ってんだよ。
そりゃ怒るわ
鍵？
仕事に行くときは玄関の鍵閉めてけって何度言ったらわかるんだい
I could have sworn kagi in Japanese was key, not lock.
ああ、そっか、ごめん。
But do not go by me. My knowledge of Japanese is limited. I really need to get back into it. I was almost late for work this morning, so I ran out of the house in a hurry.
ごめんじゃないよまったくなんだってこんな記憶力の悪い子に育っちまったんだろうね
Judging by your attitude, I think she may have done something.
しょうがないだろ。忘れてたんだよ。
どうせまた寝坊して飛び出してったんだろう本当に23にもなってどうしようもない孫だね
だからごめんって言ってんだろ。人間うっかりすることぐらい誰でもあるだろうが。
お前はうっかりの世界選手権にでも出ようってのかいこれで何度目だよ
I would love to count the amount of times she screwed up in her life.
6回
本当にお前って子は
Granny is shaking with anger. The veins on her forehead are bulging. This is serious. She's fainted after getting too worked up before.
わかったわかった。明日から気をつける。だからもう怒鳴るなよ。
その言葉も何度目だろうね。お前がそんなんじゃこっちもおちおちしねえやしないよ。
Granny snorts and stomps back into the kitchen.
ほら、とっとと入りな。
She seems to have settled down for the moment. Relieved, I take off my shoes and head inside. We might get into shouting matches like this on a daily basis, but we actually get along pretty well, all things considered. The fact that she can still yell like that is proof that she's healthy. I think her yelling is one of the things I'm gonna miss when the time comes. I'm really grateful to her for raising me all by herself. Not that I'd ever say that to her face. Granny is in the kitchen in the middle of serving up whatever she was sauteing in her frying pan. I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell sauteing. Although, actually, now that I think about it, that might be exactly how you spell sauteing. I wash my hands at the sink, grab 2 sets of chopsticks off the shelf, and set the table. You might be wondering where my parents are. They were never the type to stay in one place. Ooh. Even when they lived here with us, they would up and vanish for months, even years at a time. That's what we call neglect. It was always like that, even when I was little, so I eventually got used to it being just Granny and me. When they stopped coming back altogether, I was surprisingly okay. I guess I have Granny to thank for that. After all the trouble I caused growing up, I just want to treasure the time I have left with her. A simple life is all I need. Honey, I'm sorry. You're the protagonist in a visual novel. I got news.
さて、いただこうかね。
She lines up the food. Somen noodles, tuna, stir-fried shiitake mushrooms, and boiled greens, fried fish, and miso soup. I sit down with Granny and put my hands together.
いただきます。
いただきます。わーちゃんうまい。
そうかい。
Being chased by the police made me hungry, so Granny's homemade cooking really hits the spot. While stuffing my face, I feel a sharp pain shoot through my skull. Here we go again.
いてて。
いつものかい。食後に薬飲むのを忘れるんじゃないよ。
I've suffered from frequent headaches ever since a youthful indiscretion landed me in the hospital. This is the second one today. No one's ever been able to figure out the cause. Ever since it started, I've been taking the medicine Granny prescribes. Did I mention Granny has a medical license? Yeah, she's kind of like the village doctor, always giving neighborhood folks checkups and meds. Well, damn! Granny is multifaceted! She has quite the reputation for being safer than other, less competent doctors who just take your money. I can vouch for that. Her pills are the only thing that have ever helped my headaches.
ごちそうさま。
After I finish eating, I take my medicine, clear the table, and head upstairs. In my room, I pull Ren out of my bag and wake him from sleep mode. My head is killing me. Thinking fresh air might help, I go out into the balcony. The cool breeze feels nice. Leaning on the handrail, I sigh and look up at the sky. The overlapping buildings obscure my view. It hasn't always been like this. This island was once a beautiful place. Oh, wow. Madurajima is a remote island to the southwest of mainland Japan. The island is known for its blue seas, white sands, and lush forests. Or at least it was. That's ancient history now. Now, Platinum Jail dominates the island, occupying nearly a full third of its landmass. A huge wall separates Platinum Jail from the old residential district, so no one can even see what's inside. You see big shots from the Toei Corporation, the company that built Platinum Jail, on TV all the time. Back when I was a kid, the Toei Corporation was trying to evict people from the island so they could start development. That sounds about right. They managed to convince most of the island's residents to leave with promises of luxurious homes and exorbitant sums of money. But there were still some people who were too stubborn to go, like us. Well, you're alive now, so... We weren't about to abandon our homes no matter what juicy bait they dangled in front of us. And for a while, Toei left us alone. Toei's public stance on the issue was that they didn't want to force people out. In reality, however, they were already plotting to show us the error of our ways. It began with a reduction in basic utilities, explained as maintenance that never seemed to end. Oh, we're getting too real now. The livable sphere slowly shrank until the remaining residents were forced into what is now known as the Old Residential District. This once beautiful island is in shambles. How could the government allow this? Some of the islanders begged the government for help, but their petitions were all rejected. Of course! The people in the government are fine. Because you guys aren't. I'm familiar with that concept. Finally, 3 years ago, Toei started requiring residents of the Old Residential District to get permission before they could leave the island. You're turning into a police state, my friend. Permission they wouldn't grant. Ever. Ooh! I'm sure Toei's justification is that it's our fault for not leaving when we had the chance. A noise at my feet snaps me out of my reverie. I have writerly thoughts about that sentence, but anyway.
今日メールからダウンロードしたデータだがどうする
Oh, write the email. Ren's question startles me off the handrail. I completely forgot. Back at the store while those kids were giving me trouble, my coil downloaded some kind of file.
そのデータはウイルスは入ってなかったのか？
検出されていない。
中身は？
プレイヤーがキャラクターを操ることで移動、情報収集を行い、敵キャラクターと戦って経験値を取得し、レベルを上げるタイプのゲームだ。
ああ、RPG ね。有料なのか？
有料ではない。
へえ。ってことは悪ガキどものせいでうっかり購入したってわけじゃないのか。どっかのお試しアプリかな。
不明だ。
ま、変なのじゃないならやってもいいかもな。暇つぶしに。
起動するか。
頼む。
了解。
Cradling Ren in my arms, I go back inside and sit on the bed. Save me. Someone. Please. Save me. From this place.
ずいぶんレトロな画面だな。
I bet those kids have never seen anything like this. Even I've only seen games this old in videos. The game's logo appears after the message from the princess. Silent Oath. Man, it's so old it almost feels new. I press the start button. Wow, that's like original Nintendo shit right there. Yeah. Oh shit. I'm not controlling anything, by the way. Oh man. Now I want to play like some OG Zelda. I haven't played OG Zelda in so long. To be continued.
続きもんなのかこれ。定期的に配信されてくるとか？
Got to the shore? It left the island? What does that mean? This is reminding me of Ender's Game. The main character played a game in that one too, and that game wound up being extremely fucking relevant to the plot. So if that's where the inspiration came from. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Ender's Game is also sci-fi.
そのようだ。
なるほどね。まさしく暇つぶしにはもってこいって感じの短さだな。
I don't really know if it was all that entertaining, but I might play more when the next installment comes out. A yawn spills from my mouth as I close the game. I was so focused on the game, I didn't realize how tired I am.
そろそろ寝る準備でもしますかねっと。
I close the sliding glass door to the balcony and its curtain, then head to the bathroom. The next day, I'm sitting behind the counter at Humdrum Junk like usual. Damn headaches. I rub the bridge of my nose. My head's been pounding ever since I woke up. I even took my medicine after breakfast. Maybe I'm getting sick.
青葉くん、ちょっと配達をお願いしたいんですけど。
I hear Mr. Haga clattering around in the back of the store.
あ、手伝います。
I try to stand up, but my legs wobble. I quickly grab the counter.
青葉くん、大丈夫ですか？
すいません。ちょっと立ちくらみが。
座っててください。こっちは大丈夫ですよ。
Are we sure about that?
どうしました、青葉くん？
いえ、すげえなと思って。
いやいや、そんな。
お掃除、お掃除。
Oh no, I love him! He's got a little heart right in his... Mr. Haga's all-mate, Junker, dances around him in circles. I love him!
奥の方お願いします。
奥、奥。
Junker returns to the back of the shop.
そうそう。それでですね、この品物の配達をお願いできますか？
Mr. Haga pulls a small paper bag out of his pocket.
昨日の夜中にお客さんから注文が来てたんですけど、速達指定なんです。
I look at the slip on the package. It's going to an address here in the East Quarter. It definitely would be faster to deliver it directly from the shop.
もうすぐ仕入れ先の業者さんが来るから、私は店を離れることができなくて、すみません。
大丈夫ですよ。すぐ行ってきます。
お願いします。
Mr. Haga smiles, then goes down to the basement. My head still feels like a brick, but I have work to do. I have to tough it out. I smack myself lightly to clear away the funk, then pick up my bag and the package and head outside.
この道入った方が早いんだっけ？
ああ。
I make my way down Aoyagi Street, Ren navigating. As I walk alone, I notice a familiar tag all over the walls of an alley. Oh, that's pretty. Beni Shigure, the Crimson Rain, Koujaku's gang. These tags are how Rib gangs stake their claims. This is part of Koujaku's territory. That's right, I need to look up how to pronounce Koujaku's name. If there's a bit more of a U than I think there is, or if there's just none. Koujaku's gang isn't that big. Not that many people know that Koujaku is a Ribsteez in the first place. Thanks to Koujaku's popularity with women, he's often wound up in brawls with jealous men. But he's never lost. Over time, his strength earned him some male fans as well, and this became his gang. No! His gang is his fucking queer admirers. I think the way he looks after them shows the kind of guy Koujaku is. He's not the one to turn away people who look up to him. He's not one to turn away people who look up to him. Many Ribsteez join gangs because they admire the leader. Such members often take after their idol, which is why you see so many men wearing kimonos in Beni Shigure territory. They might look like bad news at first, but they're all good people. They help old ladies carry their bags and lost children find their parents. That's why Benishigure is pretty popular in the old residential district. Koujaku is to thank for that too, probably.
Yo, Aba.
Yes.
I exchange greetings with a couple of Benishigure members who are chatting with a police officer. The police in the old residential district are corrupt, but some will mingle with the regular folk if they're in the right mood or there's money involved. Some ribsties take such opportunities to fish for useful information or get a pass on some misdemeanor. Whatever works for them, I say. As I make my way farther down the street, I hear some excited voices coming from up ahead. It's a man and two women walking arm in arm.
やだでもそういうところも好き
I knew it. It's Koujaku. I really don't want to see him right now with his fans around, but it's already too late to escape.
お、青葉じゃねえか。
おっす。
He's like... Koujaku's like... I swear to God. His character design is like... an even sexier Orin from Final Fantasy X. They were like, Orin, but make it fashion. You know what I mean? That... I can't help it. That's what I see. And I already loved Orin, okay? I try to keep the grimace off my face.
Aba, 電話元気か?
Koujaku's all-mate, Benny, is flying next to him. Ren pops his head out of my bag.
ここにいる。
おお、そうか。
あらこちら宝雀さんのお友達
The women look at me, sizing me up.
ああ、幼馴染だ。
あらそうなのこの方が
Well, sorry that the amazing Koujaku's friend doesn't measure up. Though I've known the guy since I was little, it's not like we spent our whole childhood together. Koujaku is originally from the mainland. He came to this island with his mother, then went back to the mainland a few years later. We lost touch after that for a while, until suddenly, about 3 years ago, Koujaku came back, this time by himself. He'd grown a lot, but the way he talked and smiled were still the same old Koujaku. We started hanging out again after that. Koujaku often stops by my place to get a taste of Granny's cooking.
なんだよ。どうしたお前。
何が？
具合悪そうじゃねえか。
別になんともねえけど。
そうか？ならいいけどよ。
I try to play it cool, but I'm actually surprised. Do I really look that sick?
これから配達か？
そう。誰かさんと違ってな。
The women react to my jab before Koujaku can.
あ別に宝雀さんは遊んでるんじゃないのよそうよ今だってお仕事の途中で送ってくれてるだけなんだから
まあそう言うなよ。確かにこんなに可愛いお嬢さん方と一緒じゃ仕事も手につかねえからな。
紅雀さんったら
I'll never understand how he spouts crap like that.
スウェーデン食わんは男の恥だよな。
その通り。女はこの世の宝だ。柔らかいし優しいし男を包み込んでくれる。だから大切にするのが男の義務ってもんだ。そうだろう
Koujaku puts his arms around the women's shoulders.
もう死んでもいい
それじゃ俺そろそろ行くわ。
あらちょっと待ってねえってば
Before I can leave, one of the women stops me.
ここほらやっぱりゴミがついてる
The woman reaches out with her slender fingers and brushes something off my collar.
ああ、どうも。
さすがだな。気の利く女は好きだぜ。
あら
The woman suddenly looks at me like she noticed something.
あなたよく見たら髪が長いのねあら本当気づかなかったわなんかかわいい女の子みたい
Giggling, one of the women reaches for my hair. Oh my god, the first choice! The first choice. Oh, I'm pretty sure I have it on the function that saves at every choice. I smack her hand away or I hesitate. Oh, I'm sure this has to do with Koujaku. I think it might be too... It might be a bit much to literally just smack her hand away. It is weird, like if she kept going, if she keeps intruding, then like I'll have to stop her. But I think as of right now, it's not totally weird. I hesitate. But I'm too late to avoid it. Don't touch me. I reach up to push her hand away.
ひでえな。俺が隣にいるってのに、他の男に色目使うのか?
But before I can, Koujaku gently takes the woman's hand and presses it to his cheek. She instantly turns bright red.
もう俺には飽きたのかい?
やだ、そんなこと。そうよ、コウジャクさんの前でひどいわよ。っていうか、羨ましいんですけど。ごめんなさい、そんなつもりじ
ゃ。謝るなよ。別に怒ってるわけじゃね。
Koujaku releases the woman's hand with a smile. Phew, he saved my ass. He knows how much I hate it when people touch my hair. Oh, that's right! I had totally forgotten about that. Doesn't it, like, literally hurt him? It's times like this I wish I could be more like him. Koujaku smiles at me.
なんだよ。どうした?いい男だから見とれたか?
言ってろ、カーバ。
ちょっと、コウジャクさんに向かって、カバとは何よ。
I flash Koujaku a grateful smile. He responds with a wink. He's really got his cool guy act down pat. I know! I'm so excited to, like, see beyond that.
それじゃ、もう行くから。
おう、気ぃつけてな。
I wave goodbye to Koujaku and get on my way. My destination is close. A left turn and then a straight shot down the street. Just as I round the corner, I see a man hunched over the side of the road. He's mumbling something, but I can't make it out. You see a lot of that in town these days. People sitting on the ground, staring blankly at the sky, or mumbling to themselves like this guy. It's not exactly a new thing, but it feels like there are a lot more of them lately. Anyway, best to keep your distance. I quickly walk past. Oh, those are the people who are getting kidnapped and having their brains wiped, I'm assuming, right? The alleys are narrower here and particularly dark. There are a lot of restaurants too, so the area is full of savory smells and smoke.
なんか急速に腹が減ってきた。
このまま放置すれば、約1時間後に胃酸過多による胃痛が起きるだろ
う。何それ？俺の胃荒れてんの？
昨日の食事が影響している。あとは睡眠不足の影響も多少ある。
ああ、吉江さんの。
That thing was ridiculous. A strange feeling stops me in my tracks. I could have sworn someone was staring at me. I look around, but no one in the area stands out. I must have imagined it. What the fuck? It feels like missing a step on a staircase. Ooh! Ooh! As a writer, I'm gonna stop for a second and appreciate that. That is a good analogy. I immediately understand. Ooh, oh, what that feels like. Oh, no. That works. That might be my favorite line in the whole thing so far. Damn. The world around me freezes in place, then streams toward my feet at an unbelievable speed. A sharp pain rips through my skull. I have no idea what's going on. Bitch, me neither. What? My thoughts are muddy. My hands and feet are tingling. He just got brain napped. Suddenly the world changes. Yeah, he just got pulled into a fucking game. A glowing wireframe floor extends as far as the eye can see. It's like I'm in some kind of game.
ライムフィールドセッティング中。
ライムっ
ライム
て
フィールドセッティング中。
あのライムか？
A blue glow appears in front of me, growing into a human shape. I almost topple over when I see who it is.
レン？
Oh! Oh my god, that's right!
無事か？
なんだよ、何がどうなってんだ？つか、なんでお前その姿なんだよ。
I know Japan, I know anime, I know visual novels. Is there a fucking route with this version of Alba? Is there? Be honest.
ここではオールメイトはオンラインモードの状態で反映されるようだ。
オンラインモードって基本的にライムで使うやつだろ？俺お前のその姿設定画面でしか見たことねえし。つかさっきアナウンスでライムとか言ってたんだけど。
そのようだな。ただ地図上の現在地はここへ来る前と同じだ。
ライムフィールドセットアップ完了しました。フィールドを展開します。
Welcome to Rhyme?
アウバ！
Ren pushes me away and I tumble to the floor. A powerful blast of air passes just above my head.
なんだ今の。
アウバ、ここはライムのパブリックフィールドだ。俺たちはライムに強制的に引きずり込まれたようだ。
はあ？そんなことって。
アウバ、何か来る。
My eyes go wide when I see what it is. A rabbit. No, a person wearing a rabbit's head. Why does that feel very, Danganronpa?
もうライムは始まってるってことかよ。
Oh, thank you! Oh god, leet speak. It looks like felicitous. I suppose that would be a form of felicitations. I guess that's a word. Here it comes. Now I'm reading things I don't have to read.
来るったってどうすれば。
Oh my god!
え、うわっ、ぶねえ、おい、ちょっと待てよ。俺ライムとか関係ねえし、やめろっつの。ライムね、スライブル。は？セラナティアオバ。なんで俺の名前？つか、なんだよそのスライなんとかって。ライムなんてやったことねえよ。だからやったことねえって。ダメだ、話になんねえ。逃げるぞ。レイ、どうにかなんねえのか。ここから抜ける方法とか。
思考しているがログアウト自体が無効化されているようだ。
マジなんなんだよライムって。 うわ
He's about to get his ass beat by a herd of rabbits.
って
青葉大丈夫か
The one critique I have so far, well, okay, I kind of have a couple, but like the one like real critique I have so far about the English translation is it always bugs me when a character says another character's name in their line of dialogue, and for whatever reason they don't put it in the translation. So like you heard Ren say Alba, are you all right? And for some reason it just says, are you all right? It's one of those things that I don't know why you would change that. Maybe there's some language rule that I don't know about. And if there is, feel free to correct me. But if it is what it looks like, then I don't know why you wouldn't just say Alba, are you all right? One of those things.
結構本気で言ってんだけど。
ライムでは実際の肉体にダメージを受けることはない。すべて脳内の錯覚だ。それ以上の影響が出ないように制御されている。
Why do I feel like those are all gone?
だが、このフィールドはダメージ値の制御が何らかの理由で外されているようだ。
Yep.
それってつまり
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
こちらでダメージを受けると、肉体にも何らかの影響を及ぼす恐れがある。
最悪じゃねえかや。
逃げても無駄だよ。
I look up to see the rabbit peering at me from a nearby block.
チッチセット。ラジャー。
They're really cute though. Shit. There's no way I can dodge in time, but just as I brace myself for impact, Ren leaps in front of me.
大丈夫か。頭がレン K セットだ。
青葉
いいから早く。
了解。
ふざけてるな。オールメイトはアーマーなしで旧型。なめてんのか。
すっぴんとか言って完全にふざけてるね。
Man, if that's your all mate, we're gonna need to have words, dude.
さっさと潰すか。
Ooh. Oh, he about to fuck you up, son.
敵の攻撃を確認。損失3機。耐久度12低下。
あいつ。
俺今何を。なんだよ今の。
青葉が俺に攻撃の指示を出した。
攻撃？なんだそりゃ。そんなの知らねえぞ。でもさっきのなんか口が勝手に動いたような感じで。
青葉また来る。指示を。
指示って言ったって。でもやんねえとやばいんだよな。さっきみたいに。
Can you remember what you said before? Because I can't. What is that?
レン坊やだ。
了解。
フォーセット。ラジャー。
まずい。
撤収じゃないよ、待って。敵の本体防御壁すごい勢いで回復。40、50、70、90。
どういうことだ。
Ren's durable is what's going on. What is that?
破壊と死を。
Ugh, my head is killing me. What the hell happened? It's my question. When I come to, I'm lying on the sidewalk. I slowly push myself up, fighting the pain in my body. Though wobbly, I manage to stand.
いって。つか、どうなったんだ。
Clutching my head, I struggle to make sense of my jumbled memories. I was making a delivery when suddenly I got pulled into a rhyme match, and then that weird guy with the rabbit head showed up. Did he win?
店の前。
How? What happened to my delivery? I look around and see a furry blue lump on the ground.
レン。
I pick him up, but he doesn't respond.
レン、おい。
I tap him gently on the head.
青葉。
After a beat, Ren opens his eyes. Relief washes over me.
大丈夫か。
特に大きな問題はない。
本当にどっか壊れたとか。
The little feet. I'm fine.
一部データが破損している。
それって十分問題じゃねえか。
The rhyme battle must have damaged Ren too. Great! Now I have to worry about the cute thing.
家帰ったら見てやるからな。
念のために頼む。
いや、つか、俺の脳内データも破損しているっぽいんだよな。ウサギ頭と戦ったのは覚えてるんだけど、結局どうなったんだっけか。
俺のデータが破損しているのもそこから先だ。
そっか。ちょい待った。思い出してみるから。
Fighting through the pain in my head, I close my eyes and search my memories. But the harder I try to remember, the more it slips out of reach.
ダメだ。全然思い出せねえ。
それは仕方がないことだ。
そうか。なんで。
一般男性の記憶容量を仮に100とすると、青葉の場合は。
今ここでそういう話かよ。って、あ。
青葉。
あれなんか目が回る。レン、お前いつから足8本に。
青葉。
Why is everything spinning? Which way is down? I can't.
少し待っていろ。
Like he has much choice. As Ren runs off, I start laughing. Whoa, 3 Rens, neat. And that's when I black out. Don't you hate it when the guys come to mow the lawn right when you're filming gay things? The bane of my existence. Cuts right into the filming time. But we still have like 10-15 minutes left. We can still go. We can still play for a bit. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Afterward, Ren gets Mr. Haga, and he takes me inside to rest for a while. Even though I lost the package he asked me to deliver, Mr. Haga just smiles and tells me to go home for the day. I take him up on the offer. Granny must not be home yet, as the house is still dark. After flipping the lights on in the entryway, I head for the kitchen, grab my medicine off the shelf, and take a bigger dose than usual. It really should be taken with food, but I need to get my headache under control. Maybe I'm just relieved to be home, but it feels like my exhaustion has suddenly caught up with me. I can barely move. Desperate to collapse into bed, I trudge up the stairs to my room. I take Ren out of my bag and set him on the bed, then take off my jacket and lie down. Whew. I lost the package I was supposed to deliver and even ended up leaving work early. I feel terrible, especially after the kindness Mr. Haga showed me.
何やってんだ俺
It's all because of that weird rabbit head guy. Don't you hate it when it's all because of that weird rabbit head guy? And rhyme. Is that what everyone's so worked up about? I mean, that was pretty fucking bitchin'. Granted, you were pulled in against your will and like, that sucks, but the game itself? Man, whenever we have access to that, I'm gonna be too old to appreciate it. So like, you know, some gratitude would be nice. Sort of. I slowly sit up. Thinking about that virtual space is just making me feel worse. My headache hasn't gone away. The medicine must not have kicked in yet. Fortunately, I have just the thing for times like this. Oh, that's a lovely CG. Ooh, that's nice. I pick up my headphones from the pile with my jacket and put them on. I select one of my favorite songs on my coil, close my eyes, and let the music take me. Music has always helped me relax whenever I'm feeling restless or unwell. It's just me and the music. Everything else fades away. Slowly, the music melts with my heartbeat. I feel myself drifting on the waves. The melody whirls around me, softly caressing my body. Hello, how into music are we? The sound soaks through my skin and into my blood, circulating gently through my veins. Now, actually, I can identify with that. Multicolored lights flutter through the darkness, like delicate pieces of film. It feels pleasant, comforting. This is a place for me alone, where no one else can trespass. The discordant pain in my head and body grow distant as the peaceful sound spreads through me. Faint sighs spill from my lips, almost like the music is pushing them from my lungs. It feels so good. I'm in deeper than usual today. The world around me has ceased to exist. If I can just fall asleep like this, I know I'll wake recharged and refreshed. If I can just fall asleep. A sound. I opened my eyes slightly, but I'm still pretty out of it. I don't know what I heard. Well, whatever. It's like me when one of the cats is knocking shit over. I close my eyes again. This place. I know it well. I'm sitting on a sandy beach talking to someone. Someone whose words are more precious than gold. Words seem to glitter in the sunlight. What did he say? I can't remember. I can't remember those precious words. Ouch. Something sharp is poking me.
起きろ、寝ぼすけ。はい、こら。
で
起きろっつってんだろ、こら。しばくぞ、ボケ。
てえな
I jump up. The thing that was poking my face tumbles off and I catch it in midair. Oh, it's you! Benny!
離せ、こら。客に対してどういう扱いだ。
Well, when it's poking me in the face or whatever the hell! Benny glares at me, flapping his wings against my hand.
ってことは公爵来てるのか
当たり前だろうが、離せ。
I stand up, still clutching the shrieking Benny. Huh? Where's Ren? I find him curled up on a corner of my bed. He's in sleep mode. Which reminds me, he said he'd lost some data. I've got to take a look at him soon. But first, food. I'm feeling much better thanks to my nap. Even my headache is gone. My joints still ache, but I can move. When I leave my room, a delicious smell greets me from downstairs. Granny is back. When I look down at my coil, I realize it's already dinner time.
もうこんな時間か。
You slept, fool!
お前がなかなか起きねえから俺が起こす羽目になったんだぞ。分かってんのか？あ？
I ignore Benny's whining and poke my head into the dining room. Hello. Granny is at the counter. Koujaku is sitting at the table. He grins when he sees me.
Yo, ohayo-san.
はよ。
その顔、今日も絶好調だな。
おかげさまで。
I can't hold back a yawn.
これ。
I toss Benny across the room to Koujaku, who catches him easily.
起こしてやったってのにひどい扱いだな。なめんなよ、アーバー。
文句はご主人様に言えよ。つか、そいつ使いっぱにするなよな。
I mean, I too would have preferred Koujaku come to wake you up himself.
しょうがねえだろ。寝起きのお前めんどくせえし。
I love that he knows that.
んなことねえだろ。
青葉、起きたんなら手伝いな。
はいはい。
While Koujaku laughs, I hurry to do Granny's bidding.
いつ来ても変わらねえな、タイさん。あの元気な声を聞くと安心するぜ。
毎日怒鳴られてみろよ。結構きついぜ。
I glare at him as I set the chopsticks out on the table. This only makes him laugh harder. Granny brings over the food while I pour 3 cups of tea. With dinner ready, I join everyone at the table.
いただきます。
Dinner tonight is blanched fish, konbu stir fry, and pork belly. I start with the pork belly. Delicious. I've never had pork belly before. I'm gonna take your word for it. I find that food tastes especially good after I've had a nice nap. Boy, ain't that the truth. To my right, Koujaku shoots Granny a smile.
うまい。やっぱりタイさんの料理は最高だな。
いきなり押しかけてきて何言ってるんだい。
俺はちゃんと言ってあったんだぜ、青葉に。
I glare at him again.
近々って言ってただろうが。
そういうお前もグースか寝っぱなしだったじゃないか。いくら呼んでもちっとも起きなかったよ。
それはまあそうだったんだけど。
でもこうやってちゃんと飯作ってくれるのほんとありがたいよな。
勘違いすんな。消費期限が切れそうなやつがあったからちょうどよかっただけだよ。
Uh-huh, sure.
だからタエさん好きなんだよ。
うるさいわ。
Granny stuffs kombu into her face while Koujaku watches with a smile. Granny is actually surprisingly fond of Koujaku. Even though Koujaku came to the island with his mother, when we were kids, he was alone more often than not. That's why he spent so much time hanging out with me. And of course, he ate plenty of Granny's cooking too. Knowing Granny, she might even think of him like a second grandson.
今日は泊まってくのかい？
Without missing a beat, Koujaku stops shoveling rice into his mouth and nods.
そのつもりだけど。
たく。お前はずうずうしいって言葉を知らんのか？
ま、いつものことだしな。ただ俺は仕事あるから、朝はお前が寝てても叩き起こすよ。
逆だろ。なかなか起きねえお前を俺がいつも優しく起こしてやってんじゃねえか。
I'm sorry, when you share a room? While you sleep? Really?
だよな。
お前ら。
Koujaku flashes an infuriatingly charming smile and goes back to stuffing his face. The banter continues until the food is gone. After showering, I head for the living room while drying my hair with the towel around my neck. Granny is watching TV while sipping tea. Koujaku isn't there.
コウジャクは
2階へ行ったよ。お前の部屋にいるんだろ
I imagine that as well, Granny.
そっか。あ、そうだばあちゃん。
なんだ
この間さ、すげえ頭痛くなった時あって薬飲んだんだけど、効きが悪かったんだよね。
Granny finally pulls her eyes off the TV to look at me. She's always told me to let her know if anything changes with my headaches.
全く聞かなかったのかい
そうじゃないんだけど、いつもみたいには効かなかった感じ。
そうかい。それじゃあ薬の配合を少し変えようかね。
Rainbow on the wall! Took me this long to notice it.
頼みます。
I bow deeply. Granny snorts, returning her attention to the TV. Alright, so Koujaku's in my room. I head upstairs. My whole body throbs each time I take a step.
でって。
I may not have any visible injuries, but I feel a dull pain deep in my core. Is it because I took damage in rhyme?
頭の中で戦うっつったって、なんだかんだで痛えんじゃねえかよ。
Well, you were told that, you know, it wasn't a usual fight. And you would feel some shit, so yeah. During that battle with that weird rabbit head guy, Ren said that the damage limits were disabled. Thank you. Is that even possible? Oh, do not underestimate hackers. Despite the pain, I finish climbing the stairs and head into my room. Koujaku isn't there. Neither is Ren. But then I notice that the door to the balcony is open a crack. Now there's a CG. I look out to find Koujaku leaning against the railing. He's gazing at the city, a thin cigarette between his fingers, blowing white smoke through his pursed lips. I don't know why, but Koujaku only smokes in my room. Well, on the balcony of my room. He never does it in front of women or at work or when he's out drinking. Just here. I guess he feels like he can let his guard down here. In public, he never drops his confident smile. He always looks like he's having fun, but maybe it's not so easy to have women hanging off you all the time. Koujaku brings the cigarette back to his mouth. Though his hands are angular and masculine, something about the dim light make his fingers look long and beautiful. Those fingers must be very nimble, given his line of work. Koujaku is holding Ren, with Benny on Ren's head. They both appear to be in sleep mode. Oh, that's right, I didn't even see that. I was too distracted by the hot guy. Look at that, that's so cute. I'd be worried about dropping them, but I trust Koujaku not to be careless. I grab the ashtray I keep in my room and open the door to the balcony. Yeah, let's close up. Ooh, that's... Koujaku smiles softly upon seeing me.
おう、風呂上がったか。
今にいると思ってた。
ああ、ちょっとこれ、な。
Don't know why I'm yawning, so sorry. Koujaku gestures with a cigarette.
お前ここ好きだよな。
そうか？そうかもな。
なんにも見えねえのに。
It's up to you.
まあな。でも何も見えねえのがいいんじゃねえの？
そうなの？よくわかんねえけど。
Koujaku chuckles.
ほれ。
I present the ashtray and Koujaku stubs out his cigarette. I set it down by my feet and join him at the railing.
ああ。
Koujaku frowns at me.
青葉。お前また？髪だよ。もう少しちゃんと老けって言ってるだろうが。
Koujaku reaches out. He's gonna touch my hair. I flinch at the thought. But it's not my hair he's going for. It's my nose!
ほんとお前の髪。仕事から気になってしょうがねえよ。
やめれ。
I shake him off, but he just smiles.
髪結構伸びたな。またちょこちょこ自分で切ってるのか？
ああ、まあな。つか、本職にあんま見られたくないんだけど、適当だから。
いや、そう悪くはないぜ。ちゃんと整ってる。
本当？ひゃー、コウジャクさんに褒められるなんて嬉しい。
なんだその棒読み。
Sarcasm.
お前のファンの真似。
お前な。
Koujaku laughs. I have a good reason for not getting my hair cut. I don't know why, but I was born with feeling in my hair. That means cutting it is seriously painful. Yeah! Oh man, I remembered something. That's a red letter day for an ADD person. Once it gets past my shoulders, the sensation is dull enough that I can cut just the ends. Okay. People teased me relentlessly when I was little, saying I looked like a girl because of my long hair. Even a light touch sends chills up my spine, so when they thought it would be funny to pull my hair, needless to say, it was hell. When bullies tormented me, it was always Koujaku who came to my rescue. Stop hitting me with these friends to lovers possibilities. Whew. Actually, Koujaku thought I was a girl at first too. He was pretty surprised when he found out he was wrong. But his attitude towards me didn't really change. Yes. I have to admit, that made me happy.
お前、せっかく綺麗な髪なんだから大事にしろよ。
いつも思うけどさ、お前よくそういうこと平気で言えるよな。そういうとこはほんと昔から変わんねえな。
本当に思ってるから言ってるだけだ。お前だって昔は俺が褒めるとはにかみながら喜んでくれたんだけどな。
Koujaku affects a far-off, dreaming look, and I give him the most annoyed glare I can muster.
ガキの頃だろ。覚えてねえし。
A dull pain shoots down my shoulders as I gently dry off the tips of my hair. This pain, is it still from Rhyme?
どうした？
いや、
ちょっとじゃねえよ。そういやさっきもぐったりしてたよな。
Ooh, concerned face.
なあ、
なんだよ。ずいぶんもったいぶるな。
そんなんじゃねえけど。
Should I tell Koujaku about Rhyme? Koujaku can be pretty perceptive, and he already realizes something's going on. Give me a choice. Give me a choice. If I try to lie now, he's not gonna buy it.
今日さ、変な目にあって。
Oh man, I wanted that to be a choice. I was totally gonna tell him. So, I mean, like, he's telling him, but...
ライムに巻き込まれた？
それがいきなりでさ、配達中だったんだけど、気がついたらライムのフィールドにいたっていう。
夢の話じゃねえよな。
違う。
つうことは、ってそんなことあるもんなのか？
俺もよくわかんなかったんだけど、お前んとこの縄張りの近くだよ。あの辺の細い路地。
そんな話聞いたことねえけどな。
他にもなんか変でさ、臼井がいなかったんだよな。
そりゃ変だな。あいつがライムの開催してるようなもんだろ。変な装置もあいつと一緒に出てくるし。
だよな。それで
I tell Koujaku about the rabbit head guy, including the fact that he knew my name. As he listens, Koujaku's frown grows. He lets out a groan when I've finished.
そいつはお前、もしかして辻斬りってやつじゃねえのか？
辻斬り？
俺もチームのやつだから聞いただけだし、詳しくは知らねえんだが、そいつらのライムはルールも制限もない状態だから、仕掛けられた相手は半殺しにされることもあるって話だ。
じゃあ俺のもその辻斬りだ。
可能性はあるだろうな。しかし気に食わねえな。
Yeah, no, that sounds terribly stupid and dangerous.
何が？
今回はなんとか逃げられたからよかったけどよ。もしまた仕掛けられたらと思うとな。
でも俺ライムやったことねえのになんで？誰かと間違えられたのか？
誰彼構わずって可能性もあるかもな。それと誰かからものすげえ恨みを買ってるとか。
ねえよ、お前じゃあるまいし。
ひでえな。でも相手はお前の名前知ってたんだろ。
まあそうなんだよな。
うん。
ゴージャク
Koujaku falls silent, a troubled expression on his face. A few moments later, he sighs.
悪い。やっぱ今日は帰るわ。ちょっとやることを思い出した。
おう、そっか。
Koujaku pushes off the handrail.
体、本当に大丈夫なんだな。
な
なら信じるけどよ。何かあったらすぐ言えよ。
Yes, sir.
あ、わかってる。
よし。
Koujaku flashes me a knowing smile and places Ren in my hands. Then he collects Benny from Ren's head and tucks him into his kimono.
んじゃあな。おやすみ。
な
Koujaku waves farewell and heads out. I go back inside and shut the door to the balcony behind me. After I set Ren on the bed, I lie down next to him.
ライムか。
Was I really ganked? When we were on the rhyme field, Ren appeared in online mode and responded to my commands.
なんとかセットなんだっけ。
When it happened, my mouth just started moving on its own, almost like I was possessed. What the hell was that? And why did it feel familiar? It felt kind of like it does when I'm turning on the charm with customers on the phone. Like when I know just the right words to say to win someone over. Anyway, I wonder how often gankings happen. Maybe I should look into that. Not that I really want to dig too deep. Oh, why do I think those are famous last words? A message. And we are going to end there. Whoo! Ooh, man. I tell ya, even if I wasn't already going in with a little bit of Koujaku bias from literally just remembering that I liked him. That's it. Remember anything about him. Didn't remember he was even a hairstylist until we started playing the game. That one scene would have won me over. Totally and completely. We are going so hard after that man's route. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back on Friday with more Dramatical Murder. And please remember to take care of yourself.